Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope we're all doing well. So as you can see, I've got myself a guest today. This is my friend Lynx, who went to university together. So yeah, I think there's only one place we can start with you. Obviously looking at your physique, you're a very big guy, and it also took some serious work to get there. So I want to kind of know, like, where did the journey start for you, and like, what was kind of the motivator behind it?
Yeah, I think, well, really, I've always been like a good size, so I can't really go and just say that I've just gained this by whatever. So there's a great deal of like, genetics come into effect. But I've played sports really my whole life, whether it's athletics or dancing or like lately rugby. Well, not lately, but like, that's the closest thing.
Yeah.
But I've been doing a lot of like training in the gym, especially since coming to university, with obviously first year being in COVID, all locked up, so I couldn't really train then. Put a lot of weight on, which I've never done before, never ever had weight on before. Second year, started working out, just started really training hard, and now we're in third year, and I've really, like, my discipline to training is, I think it's really ridiculous, and a lot of people will look at me like, fuck, that's intense, that's really intense, but I train hard 5 times a week, no slacking, just go, get it done, push, pull, legs, everything. But no,
So what do you think is like the main motivator that keeps you going? Because obviously you got like a good physique within a couple of years, and you could have just kind of stopped or maintained it, but what kind of like keeps you pushing to go for more?
I just enjoy like feeling good and feeling as if my body is really working and it's not just there, it's like stationary. I also like looking good, looking healthy, feeling healthy, and the gym that's also like delivers that for me. Plus I train with a lot of like my friends and people that I'm always around with, so that's where we go, try to go have fun. It's good. I just enjoy the gym environment now. Like it's not like a chore to me anymore. It's not like, oh, I've got to go to the gym. It's like, let's go have fun. Let's really go and push.
So it's more like a hobby than something like.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you ever get those days where you're like, oh, I don't want to go at all, but you still go?
100%. They happen maybe a lot more often than people would think. But then when I do go to like those days, they tend to be like the best sessions. First exercise will be a bit slow, and then sort of get into it, get into the rhythm, get into the balance, and just go absolutely ham.
Do you think, well, like, because you like keep pushing, do you think there's like, because for me, like starting a gym, there's quite a lot of like insecurity behind it, like, that made me want it to go, because I felt like, oh, maybe like I'm not good enough. And do you think there was any of that for you? That
I think that there still is, to a certain extent. I don't really think that ever goes, but like for me, I've just learned that no one really knows what they're doing entirely. There's always a new trick that you can do, there's always a new workout you can do, there's always all of that. So I just wind that out. I don't really pay attention to that. Even if I'm doing something wrong, I've got like a page where I post my stuff. If something's done wrong, I like people commenting on it, I like people saying, like, maybe tweak this so that you can get this out of it. So I don't really worry about making mistakes in the gym. I'm there to work out. I'm there to make me feel good, and hopefully make my people that I'm training with feel good also. So I don't really have time just to worry about what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right.
There's a lot of people, especially that I speak to, it's probably more women than men, that really struggle to go to the gym because of like
insecurity.
They're like, oh, everyone's watching me.
I don't really think that it's more just women than men. I think it's literally just people in general, and people don't always want to say, I'm a bit shy, I don't want to go to the gym. I say just go, because honestly no one knows. Like no one knows what they're fully doing. Like someone has to start from somewhere. And then there are always going to be people in there that, if you're really messing up, that can genuinely help you out without taking the mic. So yeah, get out of your comfort zone, go, attack it. If you don't know something, search it up. How does this happen? How does that not happen? Or just ask. No one's going to like bully you into.
No, for
the
sure.
gym environment's like, it's not as toxic as what people would think. It's really fun. It's really, really fun. You make friends at times where, you're able to like really train together, really have fun, and all that stuff. So I push everyone to go.
Yeah, especially, I think, and when you kind of like, normally like the bigger guys, they're the guys that are like the most friendly.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, if you want any support, you like look at them and be like, oh, they're big and scary. But
That's
when I've
so,
ever spoke to them, they're always like the nicest people.
Sweet, so sweet, 100%.
So yeah, like moving on from the gym, you're still finishing off at uni. You're in your final year now. So first of all, how's that going? How are you finding the final year?
Intense.
3rd
year is not a joke. It's not a joke. 1st and 2nd year was good fun.
Yeah,
that was great. It's not that 3rd year hasn't been fun. It's just that it's absolutely intense. The workload from the jump is really intense. The way that you've got to write about what you're actually doing, that will change because the grades, like to get the grades that you really want to go into work and all that stuff, that's really intense. But apart from that, it's been really good fun. I'm so lucky with like where I found myself at uni and like the people that I'm with, and I'm not shy really, so I'm just able to speak to anyone and do whatever I want to do. So that's what's played to my part. But no, as a whole, it's been good, man. I've got my dissertation done. I've got 2 exams to do and 1 more essay, and I'm done. And I go into this crazy world that we live in.
So yeah, after uni, do you have set plans, or are you kind of seeing how things go?
It's not that I have set plans, but I've got like some sort of plans for sure. So, originally I wasn't really looking at London. I'm not a fan of like, the whole graduate comes to London type situation. I've had some really good opportunities that I'm exploring. That's obviously going to be in London. And I said from before that I wouldn't go to London if I couldn't live comfortably, and this would afford me to live comfortably. I'd be able to, keep my sort of living standards right and just have a good time. So yeah, I'm definitely looking to go straight into work. I'm not looking to finish then go traveling. I travel enough anyway. I'm fine with that. I can pick up and go whenever. So I don't crave the traveling aspect. I just want to go.
Because I remember when I was still at uni, you did mention you were wanting to go to Dubai or something.
Yeah, I thought about Dubai. Yes,
you changed your mind on that, or something for the future, maybe.
Maybe for the future, but for now, I just think I'm just going to go to London, and I'm not even going into an industry that I expected myself to go into, which is obviously real estate. That's my course. I'm going into one that I'm looking into is more like brokerage, or along that
side.
A bit different, but at the end of the day, it's sales. Like, we're selling something, so it sort of accommodates. It's either selling a house, selling whatever I'm going to be selling here. So it works for me.
Overall, uni, would you say it was worthwhile? Are you glad you went, looking back at the 3 years?
100%. For me, that's the key thing. Like, I don't think university is right for some people.
No.
But for me, it was really, it was the best thing for me to do. I came here, different city, didn't think of who was coming here, didn't think of where my friends were going, none of that. Came, blank sheet, incredible time. Some of my best friends are here. I have had so much fun here. Nights, days, don't remember at all, but there's some photos and memories. Wouldn't change it, not one thing about it. But I'm definitely probably ready to go
for the next step. Yeah,
100%.
But I definitely resonate with when you say it's not for everyone, because I found that out for me. And I think if I was to go back, and if I did it was you still had to go to uni. I feel because are you from Wolverhampton?
Yeah,
is
Wolverhampton.
It? So it's a bit further than me. I'm obviously from about 25 minutes from Nottingham, so it was never far. But I feel like I should have properly experienced kind of the lifestyle.
100%. I think that's what has made this whole experience so good. Plus, like I said before, I'm quite an extrovert sort of person. I'm very open.
Yeah.
Although I have a great time, I'll speak to anyone I want to speak to. I look a certain way, so I get a lot of attention. People just like, oh my god, you're good.
Yeah, you do stand out.
So that has its perks. I get a lot of free drinks. I've loved it. I've had a great time. I really have. Wouldn't change for the world.
I think.
It's worked out in my favour for sure.
Yeah, I think it is really down to the type of person you are. Although it probably would bring out the best in someone if they're kind of let's say they're shy and they don't have the confidence, because for me, the only way you get better at something is like putting yourself in uncomfortable
100%.
situations. And like at university, especially if you kind of go somewhere you're not too familiar with, you're gonna have to meet new people, and you're gonna have to like put yourself out there, whether you like it or not. And yeah, I feel like maybe if I knew what I knew now, I still wouldn't go to uni. But if I had to, I definitely would go further afield and live there too.
100%. And then you need, if you go to university, you need to like fully immerse yourself into it and realise that you're not there because you have to be there. You're there by choice. It's very much so a choice situation. You have to do a course that fits you and not necessarily your parents or your whatever your friends are doing. It has to, because at the end of the day you're doing it for a base minimum of 3 years. You've got to enjoy it. You've got to enjoy it because it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy at all. Like,
no, it's you know. And I think I realised that probably about a year and a half, 2 years in, I didn't enjoy it at all. And obviously I probably should have cut it shorter than I did, because I ended up only dropping out a few months ago. But like, definitely like doing your research, due diligence on kind of what you want to do. I think that in real life is very important, because like university, like you say, it's a choice. A lot of people, yes, there's pressure from society, parents and peers, but almost anything you do in life is a choice. And it's a big decision to make, and I would always advise for anyone who's not really like sure on what they're doing, that university is not the best decision, and it's always going to be an option, I think. However, I feel maybe for some people, if they do wait a couple of years, then they've kind of like outgrown that. I don't know if you've like kind of noticed that. Maybe people who start uni at 20, 21 compared to 18, they're kind of a bit like they've gone through that phase somewhat, or they feel a bit old when they're out and stuff.
Perhaps maybe for them. I mean, obviously I don't know. I started straight out of sixth form, which obviously was a weird period of the world, with COVID and everything being locked down and everything being restricted. But even that experience in itself, that was great. Like, we had great fun in COVID. We had too much fun.
A lot of people have said that. Like, you'd think it'd probably be the worst, but I guess at uni was kind of a different.
It was a whole different world, and you know, obviously university is this bubble, like we're stuck in this bubble. But that time there, that period, I'd go back to that first year. That COVID period, the main COVID period, the intensity of it all, you know. And obviously we did some stuff that we probably should have, considering what was going on and everything else. But
everyone did it at the end of the day, especially in uni, it's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just had the ball. We had a ball with it.
So kind of like linking, I guess, like the gym and partying, which you get with uni. How do you kind of balance that kind of like going out and drinking,
discipline,
and hitting the gym consistently and building the physique?
Discipline. I think, you know, a lot of people would want to make some sort of excuse and say, oh, if I go partying, then I can't work out. I can't stand that mess. To me, it's like, okay, you know you're going to train, go. But like, obviously, you want to have a life, you want to do whatever you want to do. That, and I truly believe in just living it now. So if I want to go out, like if I want to go out this evening, I'd go. Like, I'm not really going to think about it massively. It's like pick up and go. Go have a great time. And then tomorrow, train, drag yourself to the gym and slog. And get all the alcohol out of your system, really.
I think you can, especially when you are younger and you've got like kind of the recovery, it is like somewhat easier to kind of like you go out and then the next day you can get back on track.
Absolutely.
But I feel like some people go out like maybe 3-4 times a week, and when you're doing that, then I think it's very challenging to kind of like get back on the graft and like hitting the gym. So I guess like, would you say you probably go out like once or twice a week? Or
I mean, I'm not really too sure how much. It varies. Some weeks, some weeks I won't go out, and then there'll be some where I'm literally just out, so then it feels as if I'm never in the house, or that I'm traveling. I'm up and down the country or around Europe. So it really depends. I don't really put stamps on how much I can go out, how much I can't go out, and all of this stuff. I live very well outside. out here having a great time.
That's very important because a lot of people and for me, I've always been like, I do think like a future and stuff, but then sometimes you have to take a step back.
Yeah.
And you never realise like what is around the corner.
Absolutely. I don't think about the future too deeply. Because shit, like, you know, stuff can really change.
Yeah,
like,
really
change. I love like being around my friends, and that gives me like the most joy. I couldn't think of anything better. Love being around my friends, I'm having a great time with my friends. Love seeing them happy, makes me dumb happy. So it's like, if I can be with them and like, we can like share all these experiences, have all these memories, let's go. You know, I don't really have time to think about, oh my god, this could happen. If I do this, then it's going to mess up my future and all that stuff. Yeah, we live in a world that's constantly changing. Stuff's constantly like adapting. Now there's this whole AI thing, so who knows about our future? But you know, I'm just here for now. I'm here to have a great time. Like, even if I died tomorrow, I'd be
you'd look back and be like, I've had all those memories. Yeah. Like, oh, we had a good ride, I guess you could say.
Had a great time. Had a great time. Live a very good life. So
yeah, if you can have those good times and then you still got that discipline, then that's kind of, I think that's like a big part of success, really. And happiness overall, because you're having fun, and then but you can still, when things need to get done, when you need to hit the gym, when you need to do some work, you can go out and do it. Yeah,
I mean, even, you know, with like the gym and the discipline and stuff, I've just finished a cut that I was on.
Yeah.
And that was intense. Like, my maintenance norm was 4,000 calories a day.
Yeah, that's.
I cut it down to 2,000.
That's hard, yeah.
Cut it down to 2,000.
Half in your calories must have been very
calories. I mean, cut out all carbs, sugar, rice, pasta, anything, potatoes. Everything was gone.
That's crazy.
The only sort of carby thing that I had was couscous, but because the positives outweighed the negatives, so you know, I needed something with like body to it. Through it, and my only stipulation with the diet was that I will not stop drinking alcohol. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. So I had to put that into the equation and like really think, because like, if I can't really set something that's unrealistic. I didn't want to break the diet, so that was fine. I was like, okay, right, I can drink, but drink with tonic water, or soda water. But there was literally no breaking it. Doesn't matter how drunk I was, how hungry I was. You know, it was show up to the gym, do your session. Go home, eat really healthy, nutritious food, have my sea moss, you know, just keep myself busy, and then obviously see myself lose weight and all of that stuff. And you know, I got to the end after 2 months and compared, you know, the beginning to the now. It's like night and day. I mean, that only happened in 2 months. You know, a bit of discipline, a bit of structure, and you just gather yourself, and then you look back and you're terribly happy. And then, you know, summer's around the corner, so we're still working. The diet itself is finished, but me still training. I've had intensity, that's still the same. My calorie intake is gone up slightly, but not really. I've still got a lot of the, you know, I'm still sticking to a lot of what I was doing on the diet, like food wise, nutrition wise. Haven't really changed much of that. I don't really think I've had bread yet. I've had a yum yum. That was incredible.
Yeah, that's good going. Yeah. How did like you feel? How difficult was it from going to from 4,000 to 2,000 calories? It's a big, obviously
really hard. Really hard. The first week and a half was really hard. Yeah, there was. I remember like right at the beginning there was like a time where I was just angry because I was so hungry.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then I got used to it. My body got used to it. And obviously when you see like the change in your body and the way that you're moving and how light you're feeling and the bloating going, you're just like, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's just like worth it. It kind of makes you kind of like want you to push on, because
definitely.
Like for me, I always think there might be something like sweet that I want to eat, and then maybe I'll do like some push-ups or something. Yeah. And then I'm like, it's not worth it, because I know what that sweet thing's gonna do to my body.
Definitely.
But like when you're eating, how is your like, have you kind of been like dirty bulking, or have you always eaten clean? How's your diet been over periods of time?
Well, I mean, when I was younger, so let's say from primary school, middle school, secondary school, sixth form, I could really eat anything and not put anything on. I was completely shredded, you know, very toned body, but when I look back, I was playing sports every day, rugby every day, constantly active in the gym, morning training, evening training, all of this.
Yeah.
So I was constantly burning. So, it didn't really matter what I ate. Then COVID came, started eating, obviously not training, still eating the same load then, put on weight, get to university, we're drinking, we're eating, barely training, rah, rah, rah. But now I'm at a stage where I just cut my food. Like, obviously, I'll have takeaways. I've nothing against takeaways. I love takeaways. Samuku, my sushi. But no, I cut my own food. I really take care as to what I'm eating now and what's going into me, and because I work really hard on my body to let it go on food and just eating terrible stuff all the time. If I want a kebab, I can easily have a kebab, but so I don't need it every day. Definitely don't need it.
Yeah. I think as long as you've kind of got that that discipline, and you're like, okay, like it's once every few weeks. It's as if you're like training hard, doing the right things, getting the right.
Yeah.
I think like sleep's really important too.
Absolutely.
Then it's really not gonna affect your body too much. But I think for me, when I started like going, because I used to like not eat very healthy. I used to takeaways like McDonald's, like fast food a lot. And then when I kind of like switched from that completely, like eating healthy, like I don't really eat any sweet things. I don't have any like kind of liquid calories.
Yeah.
I kind of like, I can't really like eat unhealthy again now because I know it's bad, and my like taste buds have changed so much. So I think once you kind of like go clean, it's something you can't really go back to. I don't think that's what I found anyway.
Yeah, no, 100%. Because for me, like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of the diet habits have stuck because it's just good. Like, it's really good. Couscous over rice any day. To me, it just works. And finding different ways to cook, reducing like my oil intake, reducing my fat intake, reducing all of these small things, like play such a massive role. And then obviously with me still training, and then I know that by the time that summer comes and all these ridiculous holidays that we've got planned, that I'll feel the best I've felt, in a long time. My body will look better, feel better, and then my mental state will be so good also. Yeah. So yeah,
it's not always just the physical side of things. Like I always think like your physical health like correlates to your mental health.
100%.
And that's like the biggest thing that the gym did for me. Like I think it was more important for my like mental health. And some days I'm like, I don't really like need to train, or I don't really feel like I'm quite tired, but I know like mentally afterwards I'm kind of like I know I'm gonna feel better. And I think like that helps so much, and that's why I always like encourage people to get into the gym even if they don't want to kind of like build muscle or because like,
it's just great. Like you release great energy. Everyone's there for one same purpose, which is just to look good and feel good.
Yeah. Of course, that's what it's all about. So I think we've covered like the gym, fitness, like uni, career. So the next thing I want to talk about is relationship.
Yes.
So are you currently in a relationship with anyone?
I'm currently frightfully single.
Okay.
No, I don't have an issue with being single. I think
there's nothing wrong with that.
Especially now, obviously, when leaving school or sixth form, I obviously knew that going to university, especially Nottingham. It's quite loose, and I wasn't ready for any sort of relationship. I needed to be completely free and do exactly what I wanted to do, so that when I finish uni, I can find myself a lovely little lady, have some babies, live in the country, and be happy then. But no, I've had a great ride. Am I looking to settle for sometime soon? Definitely.
You think?
100%. I like relationships. I think they're fun. They're really fun to have someone there, like constantly, to love or irritate. There's nothing better. To me, obviously, a lot of people see stuff like that differently, but that institution of love, I think, is so sick.
Yeah.
The whole
Definitely.
thing about it is really, especially when it works. Just
that's
unbelievable.
I think I have that like conundrum myself, because like part of me is like, I really want to be with someone, like, because I think that side of things is like really beautiful. And having someone there you can kind of grow with, I think that's really special, and I do want that. But then part of me is like, I'm still like really young, and I've got like so much time ahead of me, and I do like men like are on a different like time scale to women, and I know that like a lot of men do like peak later, as in like a lot of like men's success kind of comes later on because they like build up more money. And like,
not necessarily. I think just, especially now, I really just think it matters on how hard one works. A woman could do whatever now, man can do whatever now. We can make a lot of money together.
Yeah, for sure.
Time.
That's definitely the case.
So
but
I think that to that aspect, that's shame. I see what you're saying with like obviously there's time differences and pressures on women. For sure. Obviously they want to have a child by certain age, or eggs start to decrease. And, they can't get pregnant. They can't do this, can't do that. And for us, we're obviously thinking about, oh, okay, right. I want to be stable before I have a child. I want to be able to afford this. I want to be able to afford like a really good school for my child and all this stuff. So we do have different pressures on that aspect. Definitely.
Yeah, but I think it's something I've kind of like battled with myself. I changed my mind a lot, and I think like, especially I think like society, especially like in the UK, is very different to kind of how I would like it to be, how I'd like kind of my views are, because I think like women are more into kind of like casual stuff a lot more than they used to be, and I think that kind of like adds like pressures and stuff into things.
What do you mean by casual stuff?
Like sleeping around, I'd say a lot more. That's a lot more common and seen as okay than it used to be.
Definitely, but again, with that, I think it's just like what sort of like women are you around? Like what sort of like people are you around? If you're at university, like everyone is exactly. It's that environment. Everyone's out here doing whatever they want to do. It's not a judgy thing. I say do it. I say have a lot of fun. If you want to have fun. But again, if you want like someone who doesn't do anything, it's very whatever. That'll always be them. Me personally, I don't want that. I want you to have had your time and done whatever you want to do. Obviously, not too much.
Do you think?
Carried away.
Do you think that's a bit of a worry for like the women that kind of do that at this age to kind of go on in the future and like, because a lot of women like they have really, I feel like the expectations of women are so high now. They've got to be like 6 foot. They've got to earn 6 figures. There's a thing called like the 6 sixes. I think it's like a 6-pack and 6 inches below, and there's a couple of others. But I feel like as women get a bit older, they're not the. I think like a man who's like say a high value guy who has kind of the pick of whatever he wants. He's got like the money. He's quite attractive. He's successful. He's all around like ticks a lot of boxes. Yeah. He is always gonna like go for the more pure woman, most likely, isn't he? I would say.
What about because he can pick?
Yeah. So for those women who have kind of like done those type of promiscuous things in the past, do you think it's like a bit of a concern for them when it comes to like trying to find a partner?
But I think it depends on who you're speaking to and like who's like doing what with who or who wants to be with who. Certain people obviously won't want someone that's been around and done.
That's how I feel. I wouldn't be with someone like that.
Whereas like, I probably would want to know.
Would you be okay with it?
What? But how many people are we talking about?
I'd say like over 10.
That's not.
Is that okay with?
That's fine with me.
For me, like it's just no.
Really?
Yeah, anything over like 5 would be no.
Because what are we talking about? No, I say fair enough. No, again, like that's.
But it's just your preference, and I don't think there's anything like if you're okay, that's
fine.
I
don't know if there's anything wrong with what you're saying.
No, I don't either. But some people will say like that's wrong. Yeah.
But because I'd be such a hypocrite, like I can't say nothing about you've been with 10 people. Then you can say something right back.
But it is your primal instinct to want to do that. As for a woman, it's not their primal instinct. That's what I would say against it.
I don't know because the world's just changed. Men and women just do the same stuff now. We're just out here just doing the same stuff.
I get what you're saying, but I think like a lot of our like brain and like caveman instinct is like it's still the same. It's not changed that much.
But I think obviously
I think it's
we look at it now and we think, 50 years ago, women were not sleeping around.
Yeah.
Yes they were. We just
were they?
Yes they were. Of course they were. They were just doing whatever they wanted to do. There was just no phones to record it.
I wasn't around, so I
Yeah.
can't comment if that's true or not. Maybe. I definitely think
But it would have been a lot more private. Like, it wouldn't be spoken about. Now it is open and it's in your face. And I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But I think I just have a lot of different approach on that. I don't really care. I really don't care.
That's fair enough. Yeah.
I live, please. Like, if you wanna go out and be a whore, please.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Actually, do whatever you want to do. But obviously, it won't work for everyone. Like, that's not like good look to you. Like, you don't enjoy that. I don't necessarily enjoy it, but I have absolutely no issue with it. I say, do whatever you want to do, however you want to do, and just be safe along the way.
Would it not be in the back of your mind somewhat? Say if there was a woman who you want to be with, but then she's got that history of, like I say, being a bit promiscuous in the past, would that not be somewhat in the back of your mind that she might return to that phase again or somewhat?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think, obviously, if I'm getting with someone, then there's a level of trust that we have, for each other. So I don't really think about the cheating aspects. I wouldn't really. If she obviously has a long history of just cheating on every partner, we probably won't get together in the first place.
No,
that probably won't happen.
Yeah, you probably think that.
Yeah,
we just wouldn't. That would not happen in the
that
first
wouldn't.
place.
Yeah, that wouldn't be an option. Yeah, for sure.
So, how's when it comes to women and parties? How's that kind of been? Is that been quite casually type of thing you've been doing, or
what do you mean?
Has you been from going out partying, have you met a lot of women who you've kind of hooked up with?
Yeah.
Is that kind of a phase you enjoyed?
No, it's been great. I love it. I really there's not much about this uni experience that I haven't enjoyed. Women have been great.
Yeah.
My friends have been incredible. Everything has just worked. And I'm outside, they're outside. We're having a great time. I don't see no issue with it.
Yeah.
But there are some girls and boys that do want to take the absolute mic and then will just do too much and have way too much fun. And
at uni.
Just in general life as a whole.
Because I think, obviously, like you say, live in the moment and all of that, but at some point you do have to think about your future self, and too much fun can lead to consequences in the future. So you have to bear that in mind.
Of course.
It's all good in moderation, I guess, and if you have that discipline like you have, but a lot of people won't have that.
Of course.
So what would you kind of say to those people?
I'd say, but that's on them though. It's their life. That's my only thing. So it's I can never turn around to someone else and say, you should live like this, you should do this, you should be viral. It's your life and you should just do it. But if it makes you happy, it's not injuring anybody else. It's not against the law. Do it. Yeah. Life is it's crazy movie, but there will never be another sequel. You've got one life. We're out here to really just have a really good time.
Yeah.
That's what I push to do anyway. I don't want to sit and mope and complain and say, I don't get girls, I don't have muscle, I don't know. If I want it, go and get it.
Gotta go put the work in.
Absolutely.
That's the message I've been always trying to promote. You don't get there easily, and I think, especially as a man, to get anything worth value is different. You have to put in some serious work, some serious hours, serious years to get anything that worthwhile. I always say anything that that's been worth it has not been easy. The body, getting your physique and anything like that. It's just, it takes time, and you got to be disciplined, and you got to be patient, and results won't come instantly.
100%.
But I feel that's a big problem with our generation, that a lot of people want everything instantly.
Yeah, I think because everything is flashed in people's faces.
Yeah.
And obviously, as we get older, we do realise that, everyone post like the best bits of their life
Yeah,
on Instagram or Snapchat or anything else.
It's the highlights of their
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
It's not
so it's
their
like, as
life,
soon as you realise that, everything becomes a lot easier. Everyone wants a Lamborghini. Everyone wants every girl wants a Birkin bag and all that stuff. But like you see people with them, they've already worked and they've already got their money to be able to afford that, or they come from money. So it's like, we sort of want to get there, just get there. But we are getting to a point where we're probably a bit lazy, and not realise that we actually really have to work to achieve that.
Yeah, 100%. I think saying like you see those people online. I think like someone like Andrew Tate's like a great example of he has their lifestyle, and then everyone says, oh, I want that, but like they see him like having fun now and partying and with all these girls, but like 10, 15 years ago, like he wasn't doing that. He was like fighting, he was like working hard every single day, and people like don't realise the process is what got him there. It's not the event itself. But yeah, well, one last question: what are your thoughts on Andrew Tate?
I don't really have any thoughts on Andrew. I think that at times what he says is crazy, absolutely crazy. But there are like it does get amplified. Like obviously the media's gonna take a run. But it's life. He says some good stuff. He says some terrible stuff. I say good stuff. I say terrible stuff. His terrible is just sometimes a bit questioning. But yeah, I'm not really like an Andrew Tate like type of like, oh my god. Like,
you don't really care either way.
No.
And I think like that's like I just don't really think why people like care so much. Like it's fair enough, like you like him, don't like him, but you don't need to like think about it all the time.
I think this was in the media for so long. It was a lot at one period. Like couldn't do anything without seeing that man's face.
If you went on social media, he's there.
Exactly, and people obviously if one person starts arguing, it just becomes this massive chain. But I don't really have much on Andrew Tate. He's just not nothing. I don't know him to have anything. Or know him to like him. I genuinely do. I don't even know what to say to that question. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, hopefully. I think his like overall message is definitely a positive one, especially towards like men like becoming stronger and working on themselves, becoming the best version of themselves. I think all of that is really positive. Obviously, he said some stuff that is not.
I think that's what I'm saying. That's positive. When he's saying stuff like that, I just don't understand some of the women situation and why you would really comment on women. That's nothing to do with us.
Of course,
when men stick to that, stick to your lane, stick to what you know. That situation. I think I have like a massive bias point on that because I have younger sisters, single mother, really really strong like female power around me. So it's like I don't really play when it comes to women because I love women. So it's like
of course.
I really take like that.
And I honestly don't think he's like he hates women or anything like that. I think it's just like the way obviously he says some stuff and he does it in a way because he knows he is who he is.
People know
and it attracts attention.
Exactly.
But I think that's enough to say on Andrew Tate, and I think that'll round off today's episode.
Sure.
So thanks for coming on, Lynx.
No, that's all. Thanks for having me.
About you. And hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.